Rio.dev allows you to track which companies and developers are engaging with a public GitHub repository. You can track your own repository or even a competitor and a complementary repo. But it is very important to select the right set of repositories to track. Tracking your own repository seems an obvious choice, but few things to keep in mind here. What do you want to do once you know which accounts and developers are engaging with your GitHub repository? Do you want to reach out to these developers? What's your objective? Do you want them to be checking out your premium offering? Do you want to start building a relationship with these developers so that you can eventually get an audience with the buyer? Or do you want to run account-based sales and marketing campaigns so that once you see a developer from a certain company engaging with your repository, you can start targeting the buyers in that company with a sales and marketing campaign? So these are the things to keep in mind, but tracking your own GitHub repository is often an obvious choice to start with. Next is tracking a competitor GitHub repository. Here, a few things to keep in mind. First, are you tracking the right set of competitors? If a developer is engaging with that competitor, does that make them a good target for your sales and marketing campaigns? Secondly, what is going to be your pitch? So if somebody is engaging with this competitor repository, why should they come and check out your product? So these are the things to keep in mind. But tracking competitor repos is also an obvious choice. Just make sure you're tracking the right set of competitors and not some distant, vaguely competing product. Finally, tracking complementary GitHub repositories. This one can be tricky, but also, if done right, this can be very powerful. The idea here is that if a company or an engineering team is using this complementary product, they will most likely be interested in your product as well. For example, if your product helps an engineering team manage their Terraform deployment, then tracking Terraform's GitHub repository might make sense. Similarly, if an engineering team is active on the GitHub repository of Apache Flink, and if your product makes it easy for that team to deploy and start using Flink, then again, tracking Flink's GitHub repository would make sense. On the other hand, let's say your product is a Kubernetes security solution. Now, if you track all the GitHub repositories of Kubernetes, these companies and developers may be using Kubernetes, but they may not be thinking about Kubernetes security at the moment. So there is some relevance and you can build a wide audience, but intent levels may not be the highest. So you need to carefully choose which GitHub repositories you want to track. Too narrow and you might miss out on opportunities, and too broad might dilute your intent signals. If you need help choosing the right GitHub repositories to track, write to us at contact@rio.dev.